Hollywood and the four corners of the world. You asked for it. Starring Rich Little. Here's the star of You Asked For It, Rich Little.
Thank you and welcome to the only show on television that goes anywhere in the world just because you asked for it. Tonight from Greece, women's lib, Greek style. Belgium's naked boy hero. From Japan, wild boars that perform like circus stars, and much, much more. But first, the breathtaking flips, kicks, and punches of the world's newest kung fu star. Not since the dazzling career of Bruce Lee has any Oriental actor captured the spotlight and deserved it as much as Jackie Chan. We flew our Alana Davis to Taiwan because Jane Saunders of Warsaw, Virginia, you asked for it.
Jackie Chan. Action!
We're in Taipei, Taiwan, on the set of a Jackie Chan movie. Now, so far, Jackie's made over 100 movies, but right now, we're watching him rehearse for the newest and most physically difficult film of his entire career. All of Jackie's films have a lot of action, but they're different from the action films of Bruce Lee. Jackie's techniques are flashier and more acrobatic than Lee's quick jabs and kicks. A typical Chan fight will include backflips and somersaults in addition to the traditional martial arts moves.
Bruce Lee always kicking very high. So when I make a fighting scene, I kicking very low. When Bruce punches somebody like this, I punch somebody like this. I make it more like fancier, more prettier.
What makes Jackie Chan different from Bruce Lee is his sense of humor. He has fun with his material, and he loves to surprise audiences with the unexpected. He loads his film with lots of martial arts action and excitement, but he also brings to them a unique sense of kung fu comedy. On location, you can really see Jackie in action. He makes up most of the action as he goes along, relying on his quick imagination and fearless athletic ability. He does everything on the set. He produces, directs, writes, choreographs, acts, and even edits. His films are quickly shot, and like low-budget spaghetti westerns, are enormously successful and entertaining. His films have become so popular because the audience feels they can identify with him. He's the boy next door, the underdog who overcomes impossible odds and finally makes it. And that's true of Jackie's off-screen life as well. At the age of 7, his parents emigrated to Australia, leaving him in a Chinese boarding school where he studied opera for the next 10 years. While still a teenager, he became a stuntman in motion pictures, but things were tough for him. Movie producers said he didn't look like the leading man type that was popular just then. So Jackie left the film business and picked up odd jobs as a bricklayer and a cook. Then, to his surprise, he got a call from a movie company that was willing to take a chance on him. In his first starring role in the movie Snake in the Eagle's Shadow, Jackie Chan became an overnight success. Critics say it's his charm and happy-go-lucky personality that keeps the audience coming back for more. Jackie, would you show me how to do some of your famous kung fu kicks?
That one?
This is Alana Davis getting a real kick out of this story because, Jane Saunders, you asked for it.
Now, this is Cary Grant. You know, in my day, we had never heard of such things. But that's all movie plots are these days. Judo, judo, judo.
Coming up, Belgium's naked boy hero, the child that saved a country. Next, we'll be right back.
And now back to Rich Little.
This boy's a one-man bomb squad, or as Clouseau would say, a one-man boom squad. He saved an entire city with his timely act of courage and became a national hero. Now, you've heard of the boy in Holland who put his finger in a dike and prevented a disastrous flood? Well, this child's flood once saved the entire city of Brussels in Belgium. And today, his monument is the best-dressed statue in the world. Our Margaret Davies reveals all the hidden facts. Jacques Girard of West Covina, California, you asked for it.
Rich, the people of Brussels called this little fellow Manneken Pis. This statue is a national monument placed here centuries ago to honor a little boy who altered the history of Belgium. Once, a long time ago, little Manneken Pis was said to have saved the people of Brussels from certain destruction. So today, just for you asked for it, the world-famous Belgian marionette, Wallacher, will take us back in time to the day when little Manneken Pis came to the aid of his countrymen.
This is a story of how little Manneken Pis saved Brussels. It was a long, long time ago. The people of the city were surrounded by enemy soldiers. One day, two of the enemies slipped into Brussels to plant a bomb by the town hall. Little Manneken Pis saw the soldiers leaving the bomb, and after they departed, he called for help. But there was no one around. Then he had an idea. Little Manneken Pis had saved the town, and when you come to Brussels, you can still see little Manneken Pis as he watches over the safety of the people.
Apparently, so many people have found this little fellow appealing that they've just wanted to pick him up and take him home. As a result, he's gained the dubious distinction of being probably the most kidnapped statue in the world. It all started in 1745 when British soldiers took him as a war souvenir. 2 years later, soldiers of the French King Louis XV were caught trying to steal him. Louis made amends by presenting the statue with a gold-embroidered court costume. That was the start of a custom that still goes on today. Some 465 costumes have been given to Manneken Pis by his fans. The court gesture is one of his most popular roles. When the Archery Club of Brussels made Manneken Pis an honorary member, they dressed him for the occasion. This is Ketcha, the bad boy of Brussels. Like most young boys, Manneken Pis is a sports fan and plays football for the home team. Although he's a star in his own right, Manneken Pis is a big fan of Elvis Presley's and owns a costume just like the one Elvis used on stage. Actor Peter O'Toole donated this costume, which was fashioned after the one he wore in Lawrence of Arabia. And today, with the help of Monsieur Jacques Strouvance, little Manneken Pis will become an official member of the You Asked For It family.
Boy, cute little guy, huh? I guess you could say he was the original Brussels spout. Well, moving right on, folks. Jack Smith brings us another classic from the past. So here, once again, Jack Smith.
A simple pocket handkerchief, but tonight you'll see one perform like a ballerina. Back in 1954, we visited London for an exclusive performance by the great Aubrey and the dancing handkerchief. He came on stage in white tie and tails and proceeded to weave a magic spell just using one of these. Watch. Rich, you know, when I see that film, I still can't believe what happened because he took my pocket handkerchief and did all those things with it. It was absolutely unbelievable.
Well,
the dancing handkerchief.
Gotta tell you, it was a great, great act.
Yeah, but unfortunately, it came to a bad end.
Oh?
Well, a few weeks after we filmed it, the great Aubrey caught a cold, and he went crazy trying to catch that thing.
Coming up next from Japan, dangerous wild boars that behave like circus stars.
And now back to Rich Little.
Wild boars, the most ferocious game animal for their size on Earth. So what is this pretty Japanese girl treating them like pets for? A charging boar can strike terror in the hearts of a well-armed hunter. But this girl seems to have them charmed. We get the story from Jack Smith because Mrs. E.B. Bradford of Poughkeepsie, New York, you asked for it.
If you met Chiemi Goto doing her marketing, she wouldn't appear to be much different than any other young housewife with a family to feed. But if you met her adopted family, you'd be in for a big surprise. Chiemi feeds and trains 14 wild boars. These wild pigs are ranked by experts as being among the world's most dangerous animals. It's a tribute to Chiemi's talent and gentle touch that she's not only tamed these animals, but has turned them into a first-rate circus act. Every day they attract a big crowd at Japan's Wild Boar Village, where the raising of the flag signals the beginning of another show. And it's the oldest story in show business. Listen, pig, you're going out on that stage a boar, but when you come back, you're coming back a star. She seems to have the jitters, but after all, it's her first time on You Asked For It. The roar of the crowd, the smell of lard under the lights, it's pretty heady stuff. The magic of applause has transformed more than one wild pig into a wild ham. The audience loves it. Hope you did too, Mrs. E.B. Bradford, because you asked for it.
Oh, this is Miss Piggy. They should have had moi as a consultant on that circus. I know plenty about wild boars. I've dated enough of them!
Every segment on tonight's show comes from a different country. We like to be challenged to go anywhere in the world to find what you want to see. Action, adventure, exotic places, unusual people, whatever it is, we dare you. Write to us. The address is You Asked For It, P.O. Box 1980, Hollywood, California, 90028. It's not safe for a man to be on the streets. Not on Ladies' Day in the Greek village of Monoklesia. We even had to get special permission for a cameraman to be outside and photograph this. So for a very exclusive look at these women who get to be men for a day, here's our Dale Haramoto in Greece. Michael Papagiannopoulos of North Brunswick, New Jersey, you asked for it.
From the moment dawn breaks on Ladies' Day, the men of Monoklesia are confined to their homes and must take over all the customary female chores for the day. That, of course, includes taking care of the children, who are not always enthusiastic about the idea.
Yes.
While
Yes.
Costa stays at home, Pascalina heads for the center of the village to party all day long. Pascalina and her friends will dance from one house to another all day. The only man allowed to join in the fun is the bagpiper, who is promptly blindfolded. Monoclesia is the only place in the world where women assume the privileges of men once a year. They gamble, tell jokes, and generally have a good time. The men are only allowed outdoors to serve the women, tend to the garden, or bake bread. And this is the fate of any man who makes the mistake of straying into monoclesia on this particular day. Traditionally, Pascalina and the other women take gifts of food and wine to the village midwife. This is a gesture of respect to the woman who brings the monoclesians into the world. The tradition of the women challenging male authority goes back many centuries to the Peloponnesian Wars between Athens and Sparta. Then, wives refused their favors to their husbands in order to force the men to make peace. Whatever its origins, Ladies' Day is climaxed by this traditional feast at the midwife's house. The women dance and drink. The main course is roast rooster, never a hen. At the end of the day, Pascalina and the other women head for home. Their day of lording it over the men is over for another year. And you saw it, Michael Papagiannopoulos, because you asked for it.
Ow, this is Edith Bunker. Listen, I gotta tell you, I'm all for women's rights. And a couple of lefts wouldn't hurt none either.
Rich will be back in a minute with more of You Asked For It. And now back to Rich Little.
That's our show for tonight. See you next time on You Asked For It. Good night, everybody.
This is John Harlan speaking. You Asked For It is a Sandy Frank production.